Hello, welcome back, Squirrel Nation. Today's video, I want to talk about motivation and passion to do something being a gift from God. So, in the world, when I look around, I think if I say somebody's intelligence was a gift from God, if I say somebody's physical attributes, their abilities, that type of thing were a gift from God, a lot of people accept that because we accept those as things that you were born with. I was born to be XYZ tall. I was born to be XYZ smart. And those are things that I really can't change. If I want to be taller, I can't just, I can't say, oh, I can work hard and be taller, right? Though that concept doesn't exist. But when we talk about motivation, determination, persistence, those type of things, for some reason, we, and I use we to mean humanity, think that, or American society, I guess, is what I can speak the most for. American society think of those things as not, they weren't something you were born with, they're something that you cultivate, you develop, you can make better, right? And we don't think about them the same way we think of intelligence or we think about physical gifts as having an upper limit just based on who we are. And the reason I brought this up is because for me, as somebody who struggles with depression sometimes and just lacking motivation, just there's days I just don't want to do anything, that type of a feel. I think this is a really important distinction, and this is where one of the things I'm most thankful for to God every single day is when I wake up and I have a good day. And I count a good day being a day where I'm motivated to do things. I'm motivated to get out of bed. I'm motivated to make videos. I'm motivated to read Bible. I'm motivated to help the people around me. I'm motivated to just do something that contributes to the world around me. As opposed to days where, yeah, I don't want to do that, right? And in our society, I feel like if I go out there and I say, hey, I'm 5'6", it's not like, people don't look at that as me, a choice I made, right? They're not like, oh, you chose to be small, that's your burden, you know? It's kind of like, oh, you don't have that. Or a blessing that I received is I'm pretty intelligent. I'm a pretty intelligent guy, and that was my blessing I got, right? But once again, that is something I was born with. People don't really say, like, wow, you cultivated intelligence so well, like you made your intelligence even better, or something like that. That concept doesn't exist. But when it comes to persistence, or lack thereof of persistence or motivation, then that tends to be something that a person is failing at in life, right? It's, we don't say like, oh, you were just born not to be motivated to work hard, right? Like, we don't say that. We just say you're lazy. You are lazy. You're not making yourself go work, right? Hopefully, I'm conveying this well, or my thought is coming across well. But the reason I bring this up is because all these things are gifts that God gives us and God can take away from us. So no matter what people, and I think it's people who tend to be very blessed, who they think they get the arrogance of, I don't need God, I can make good things for myself in life. But what they don't realize is the things that allow them to provide for themselves in the first place are things that God gave them. For instance, anybody who's born in the US is already at the very, very top of the world society, right? So I saw something the other day and it was saying if you make $10,000 a year, you are in the top 30% of the world in terms of income, okay? So, and to put that in perspective, that is way, way, way below the poverty line in the US. I mean, if you're working like a part-time minimum wage job, you're almost making that amount. And if you're having that amount, you can get different welfare and subsidies and social support systems that are definitely going to get you to $10,000 in terms of the houses you get, the food assistance you get, all that type of stuff. So the reason I say that is even the people in America who think they are so unfortunate and life is so hard on them, they're overlooking how much God has blessed them just simply to be born an American. If you're born an American, you are already a blessed person, right? If you take 10 people out of the world, you're in the top 3. So, and then if you look at that and you look at America and you look at the culture that we have, You know, you don't see that gratefulness. You don't see that, oh, I'm so thankful to be an American. I'm so thankful for all the privilege that I was born with just for being an American, right? There's a lot of complaints and, oh, I'm a minority and this and that. My family's an immigrant, this and that, and, we're not blessed. And me, I mean, my father's an immigrant, and it's something I've grown up a lot of different spectrums of society. So I think that always kept me open. And then as an adult, I traveled a lot throughout the world, and it just gave me the views. I remember the first time I really encountered real poverty was when I was in Iraq, and I remember I was sitting, and I believe it was the Tigris. It might have been Euphrates, but I think it was the Tigris River, and I saw this mother come with her children, and they had water bottles, like plastic reusable water bottles that we throw out every day. And they walk up to the river and they start filling the water bottles, right? And then the mother is kind of getting the kids to wash themselves in the river. Okay, so then the kids are sitting there, they're washing themselves in the river, the mom's filling these water bottles, right? And then I look upstream, and there is a shepherd coming with his cow. It was like a mixture of cows, sheep, and goats. And they're coming down, and the animals are defecating, so, they're peeing, pooping in the river upstream. So all this pee poop is like flowing down into this family's water bottles, and they're sitting there washing themselves in this water. And I think that was the first time in my life I really went, wow, I'd rather be homeless in US than to be this to be my base life. So the reason I bring all this up, to tie it back to my main point, is that all of us, like anybody in America, anybody watching this, you are already so blessed. You have a computer, you have internet access, everything. And people, when you overlook your blessings, you build arrogance. And when you build arrogance, and you stop being thankful, that to me is when you end up like the Israelites in the wilderness. You don't appreciate God. You don't appreciate the miracles that are in your life. And then it causes you to lack faith. It causes you to lack love and appreciation for God. And as that distance grows, that is when real bad things start coming to your life. So that is basically what I wanted to say for this video. I hope I expressed my thoughts well enough to make them understandable. But in summary, just to close everything out, I hope moving forward, I can every day look at the blessings that are given to me from God, and I can be appreciative. And I hope every day that I look for blessings, I find more blessings. I look deeper and deeper into the blessings that God gives me. And I hope that as I see the amount of blessings that God has provided me, I become grateful, and I humble myself, and I realize how everything good in my life is actually from God. God is the root. I'm the plant, He's the root, and literally without Him, I have nothing. I don't have life, I don't have a heartbeat, I don't have air in my lungs, I don't have food in my belly, and I don't have even consciousness to think about any of this. But anyways, that is it for today. I hope it makes people think a little bit. But anyways, that is it. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Take care.